Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Nerds of the Round Table, a weekly talk show where me and my best friends discuss ongoing affairs in nerd culture. Tom gently strokes his mustache.
I do indeed.
To my left is Tom Hawkins. To my right is my friend Jack Rooney.
Thanks for not doing any of that weird flipping stuff like last time.
And your left, my right, is Fred, who's standing behind
all the way
Jack
over there,
getting the Let's Play ready.
Yeah.
It's all good.
You also just like went right into it. I wasn't. We were like, we're ready to go, and you just started.
Well, I want to do this and then go.
We've got a lot to do tonight.
We have a lot to do. Chicken wings are in the rotation. Tom and I are going to get chicken wings.
I'm probably gonna go.
Oh, I mean, if you want to go.
If I'm allowed to go.
I mean, I guess. It was going to be a kind of a bros night. We were going to... I'm sorry. It's fine.
I love this is on video.
I know. It's hard.
Look at the face.
It's hard to say goodbye, Tom. It's fine. You're going to be fine. You can come. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna cry.
My marker fell out of my ear.
Good.
You know, so we'll start off. Lead story of the day. PAX tickets went on sale. They sold out within an hour.
Yeah.
All 3-day passes.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get one?
I heard they sold out even fast. I heard it was like
I'm going to get
minutes.
press pads.
When is PAX?
March.
And where?
I think.
Where's
March
Boston?
or April
Boston.
in Boston.
Yeah.
I usually drive up. I'll get press passes, and if I don't get press passes, I'll either...
Figure it out.
I should be able to use my connections to get tickets, but if I can't, I'll buy them on eBay like I did last year.
I think I might be able to come. If it's only for like a short amount of period.
PAX,
that made no sense.
If
Whatever.
you are a video game fan and you're going to PAX and you wear your nerd shirt, I'll be super happy. Take pictures.
Can you even imagine?
There
if
will
people
be.
are, I cannot. I hope
Next
so.
year's Comic Con,
God,
there
I
will be
hope
people.
so.
So we've got a
There's
few
going to be people at PSX that are going to be wearing them.
We've got a few
If
thank
it's
yous
not
to do.
time.
So thank you to everyone that bought a t-shirt.
Oh,
Yeah,
seriously,
cheers.
yes, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
It helps us out a lot.
We sold
And
more than we thought we were going to sell.
make sure you tweet us when they do arrive. I think they're going to
we
be
sold
about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Tweet us
hopefully.
when you get them.
Hopefully it's before PSX. If you guys go to PSX wearing your shirts, I'll be very happy.
They should. Yeah, if you went in PSX, that'd be
Um,
I will lose my
We've
mind in front of you.
We've got another thank you to our audio
Martin.
magician, Martin.
He's the fucking greatest human being of all time. Really, he seriously is. He is a...
Strong
like,
words. Gandhi.
He is...
Or
like an Irish wizard with audio. Like, he's amazing. He's the only reason that this podcast sounds somewhat usable.
Usable. Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to need him this week. Actually, I still kind of want to send it to him either way, because even though our podcast... So our podcast was completely broken again, and he fixed it, but then I listened and I was like, man, it sounds so good. On top of everything, it just sounds good.
Indeed.
So
Now,
thank you so much, Martin.
We still had video issues, so sorry about that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we're
try
working
and
it
fix
out.
it this week. We were in San Francisco, me and Sean, which didn't help because we can't really do much
Yeah.
with like no Wi-Fi. But thanks, Barrett, for letting us stay as well.
course, Barrett,
That's
you're
another
the homie.
thank you. We've got a lot of thank yous.
All right, but thank everybody
yeah.
everywhere.
There we go, magical. We're done now.
So one thing I want to say about PAX, there's a lot of people who have been asking me. Now, obviously, I haven't made it or anything. I have a lot of friends in the gaming community. I'm very blessed to be able to do so. Are you going to just drink water the whole both of you, just constantly with this shit?
You're talking.
I'm going to make... Yeah,
I'll
but
take
I
an
don't want
opportunity
this
to drink.
all the fucking time.
If we're
I don't
gonna-
want this going on either side of me while I'm...
brushing your teeth.
Whoa.
I don't want that.
Pour it in
You know
your
how
mouth,
fucking
you just
distracting
throw it
that is? I'm going to
everywhere.
take these waters and now no one gets water except for he gets water and I get water. But
the water.
sorry, it's just distracting as fuck. Anyway, people always ask, "Are you serious right now?"
What's that cable?
It's my iPhone.
Okay.
All right, we'll keep the sipping to a minimum. You took like 4 sips since the podcast
Why don't
started.
you just fucking relax? Jesus.
It's just constant with it. It's constant. It was all last podcast too. It's fine. I mean, just
I
like
like to
I
drink
will
a lot
not
of
invite you
water.
back for the podcast.
Dude.
Anyway.
Calm down.
Fred is like in the fucking batter's box. He's been warming up his vocal cords all night.
Calm down.
I'm just saying, it's constant. It's very distracting. Anyway, especially when both of you do it at the same time. Anyway, I've been blessed to be able to do a lot of cool stuff the last year, and it's because I made a lot of friends in the gaming industry, which is obviously the industry I want to work in. Hence the website and the Bearded Guys. PAX is where it all started for me. I was a nobody. I still kind of am, but I tell everybody I had like 8 Twitter followers when I went to PAX, and I left PAX with 800. So it was one of those moments where like I approached PAX as a show that I was working, even though no one was paying me. I went there, I met people, I hustled my way into after parties, and I did what I had to do. No one got hurt, no one important, and I handed out business cards. If you're serious about getting into gaming and you're not going to these shows and you're not going to Comic-Con, you're not going to PAX, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be hard for you to make it because gaming is a lot of it is who you know, and I've seen people with like super qualified people not get jobs because like this other guy who's very qualified also has friends in the industry, so you have to make those friends. It's the most important thing you can do. Besides, you know, like you should be writing every day and yada yada yada, doing a podcast, all that stuff helps, but those personal connections you make with people are the most important thing. So I encourage you, if you're trying to get into this industry, go to PAX. It's a fucking blast, and it might just change your life. It changed mine. So, on that note, what are we playing?
Fallout.
Pretty much Fallout. Yeah. I heard you had some experiences with
I did play
at least one other game.
I played Star Wars. Star Wars... Do we want to get the garbage so we could see where... I literally put... Oh, you took it out. I literally put the case for Star Wars in the garbage.
Yeah.
It's one of those things... Sorry, like my phone is just like going fucking thermonuclear. I got like 87 vibrations.
You're
do you
upset
do that?
About the water. Do
you do that thing? It was like, yeah, I checked my phone for once, so you took 8 sips. Do you guys do that thing where you tuck your phone in your grundle when you sit down?
Well, it starts vibrating.
Well, yeah. Do you do that?
Yeah, I do.
When you drive,
when
you drive, do you jam your phone underneath your ball sack?
Yeah.
Fred, can I get a verdict? Do you ever do that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm usually using mine to control music, so it's not it's not a good place to like.
I keep it. No, it's cool. It's cool. I just stuff it right down in there, so then when it vibrates, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't know.
It's just like falling over wires in the background. It's like
my room is like a fucking disaster zone. It looks like a Best Buy. Like
it doesn't have the my bed. I live in the middle of it.
It's like an anorexic Best Buy came over and just started throwing up wires and fucking adapters all over the place.
I don't know if that's anorexia.
No, bulimic.
There you
I'm
go.
sorry. Anorexia would mean like it just doesn't
have
consume
have
the
any
wires.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Weird.
This is getting real weird.
So we're just off the rails. That's it. This is episode 3 with Tom Hawkins, and we're fucking done, baby. It's over. Now I'm not actually saying Battlefront is trash. Weird that those games are named so similarly.
Yeah, whatever.
I did play it. You played it. We have a Let's Play up. I played it for about 3 hours.
Yeah, and then was that including my time or was that before I turned up? Okay.
I don't think the game's fun. That's just what it is. I think that it's like that's a bad way to explain it. I think that it's fun with absolutely no substance. Like there is nothing that propels me to play that game more or compels me to play that game more. I get through a game and I'm like, well, that was it.
My view on it is, so I played 2 rounds, I think it was. 2 rounds. And it's like, it's very nostalgic. It sounds and looks amazing. We came up with the perfect analogy for it, or the perfect description for Battlefront. It's the opposite of Fallout. The gameplay in it isn't very good, but it looks and sounds perfect. It's like it's a Star Wars game, and the sounds are amazing. You're playing all these characters, and you're running around. You feel like you're in the Star Wars little universe, but the gameplay is so unskilled. Like the zoom is pointless, or the aiming down your sights doesn't increase accuracy. It just zooms in. It's like, and you're better off running around hip firing everywhere.
How did I told people that was gonna be a thing? That's weird, right?
Yeah, it is weird.
So do you guys? I just had a thought while you were talking about this. Like it sounds like this is really. I don't want to use this word the wrong way. It sounds really casual.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Is this?
I think that's what it is because a lot of my friends that are bad at first-person shooters are mediocre to
So is this like the casual gamer first-person shooter?
I think it is. Like so,
and not in an insulting way. I mean, it plays on the nostalgia because it's not as hardcore, and like that's how it's selling.
My first round, I haven't played a shooter properly for ages. And I'm not. I admit I'm not good at them anymore because I'm out of practice, and that's normal. I went in and I started positive. I was like 25 kills for 18.
My first
didn't have
game
a special
was
at all.
33 and 6 or something like that. Like I was like, this game's A, it's really easy, and B, it's all about. I do feel like too, it's like all about who sees who first. So like, there's just not a tremendous amount of skill for it because I'm like, I do a really good job of like since I do nothing but play shooters, like I can pretty quickly realize where the choke points on a map are, and then you just kind of like you go from choke point to choke point, and you hold down choke points, and like people are like, oh, that's camping. No, camping's when you don't move. Like you move around the map, but you know where people gravitate to. I could go really inside baseball with you and give you examples, but I won't. But I could.
But I won't. People are saying that there aren't a lot of modes.
No, there's a lot of modes, but there's a lot of modes that are absolutely like just why the fuck would you play that? Like the Heroes mode. Like what the fuck are you doing?
What happens in that one? I didn't.
You just plays Heroes.
That seems mental.
Yeah.
Because I was watching a video. So I was on Facebook. Some video popped up of someone who's the Emperor. First time playing the Emperor. He's got 20 kill streak, and he's just running around. And he goes like, bzz, and just dead. Yep. And it's like, so Darth Vader was running around. And I think it was your game, and I was watching you play, and like you pummeled
Han Solo.
Oh no, that's
what it was.
Yeah, it was, and it was like.
I had to shoot Han Solo like 400 times.
Everyone put in like 4. Well, it's not even clips because that threw me off as well. There's no reload because it's laser.
It's a
laser. It's a cooldown if you hold it for too long. But I kept trying to press like
box
square, and it wasn't. I was like, oh yeah, I don't have to reload.
As well, actually.
There we go.
Fred, I said box.
He says box. I know he says box.
Fred and I grew up together. He knows.
Yeah, I think square is.
Anywho,
box is like a
square. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Box is like a 3-dimensional.
Yeah, you guys want to go like 5 letters deep. Is that how many letters are in square? I did not count, and I did not think about 6. Okay.
He has a valid point.
What?
A box
is a 3-dimensional shape.
You don't know what the depth is there. That could
there
be
is no depth.
You're viewing it in 2D, so there's no depth.
3D.
Oh, the 3D. That's all right. No, that's okay.
Dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
You don't know. I mean, a pencil. If I'm looking at a pencil in a 2-dimensional flat, or in a 2-dimensional plane, it just looks like a line. When you open it up, it's 3D, and it's a pencil.
That would be... No. I don't think there's really much validity
if
to
there's
that
a 4th
point
dimension that we couldn't perceive, we could be in a 4th dimension right now.
No,
sure.
we're moving on.
What does this have to do with box or square?
It's a fucking... It's a box.
Anyway.
Box is 3 letters.
Whatever,
yeah,
man.
so I found it weird as a reload. But like, yeah, so it feels very casual, which might be why a lot of people are enjoying it.
Yeah, I think
if you're a Star Wars fan and you're not big into shooters, I think you will love this game.
Yeah,
Probably,
I got in trouble for saying if you're bad at video games, you'll probably like Battlefront.
That's probably not
That's
entirely
probably
fair.
harsh.
Yeah.
I was like, man, if you suck at first-person shooters and you love Battlefront, I get it. But like, was that mean? Yes. Was I being?
You probably have a little bit less Star Wars love than the average person.
But I like Star Wars a lot. But I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
I think it's like no, because like universe to live in, Star Wars is number 2.
No, I know. But like I've never.
Of course.
Yeah.
Come on, son.
I've never seen like you get excited by Star Wars, but like there are people.
I teared up
a lot
when I
of
watched the
people.
trailer.
Yeah, but there are like a lot of people who would like die.
I tear up often.
Who would die for Star Wars?
Yeah, no, I know.
You know, like
I said, I get that, I know, but I obviously said if you're like I have my friend Ethan who's playing Battlefront right now, and Ethan's like one of the best FPS players I've ever met. Mm-hmm. And he's one of my partners. When I like go into a first-person shooter and I want a capable, like not capable, I want like someone who is going to match my output. Kill for kill. It's like I call Ethan and I call Fred, and like, so like he's coming in, he's just raffle stomping people. It's like a massacre every game, and I'm like, yeah, no shit. It's like you're playing in the easy game. It's like, and then you're gonna go back. I went back to play Destiny the other day, and I got my ass handed to me, and I was like, ooh, forgot what it's like to have to shoot people like repeatedly in the head to get a kill. Yeah. And this is just like, oh, the foot, boom, 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 blaster, you're dead. Also, here's another thing that really fucking pissed me off. You get the best gun in the game unlocked immediately if you pay $10 more.
I don't like that.
And you buy the deluxe edition bullshit.
I don't like that.
You get and like I was like, my friend was like, no, it's not a big deal, man, because you could get it at level 25. I'm like, yeah, or you could pay $10 to get it immediately. And guess what? The only gun I was getting killed with when I was playing with that goddamn fucking pistol.
And the unlock wouldn't even work for you.
Yeah, and the unlock didn't work for me, which is weird. And I bought
that said, I did get to watch a Vine where Luke pushed someone off a cliff into a TIE fighter. So that was pretty
Flying
cool.
is pretty cool. It's like not long enough, and it's like you have to find battle tokens that like give you the ability.
I saw some gameplay.
Also, it's hard to control. I found because like I had a couple where I was in. I can't remember what I was in, but I struggled to shoot people on the floor.
Yeah.
Like obviously I only had like maybe 5 minutes total. Not even that. Probably like 3 minutes flying in total. But like like so I was turning around. Even me trying to shoot the AT-AT. Or whatever it was, I couldn't hit it, but I couldn't come around and slow down and shoot. Like it just wouldn't work. I won like one dogfight.
If there was a game mode of just that in space, that would be fucking cool.
Yeah,
and like that, it got cut from the game, which kind of sucks. But
so I just want to like.
It's big on PS1 though.
I don't know how much more you guys want to talk about this, but I've heard it's been getting like 7s.
It's been doing okay.
Oh, is it really getting 7s?
I heard it was getting like some 7s. I heard it got like IGN. I think gave it an 8.
Oh man, what did I say? I can't wait for that game to come out and get 7s.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I haven't looked it up recently. I can check if you'd like.
The thing is, it depends who was reviewing it. Because if you had a shooter person reviewing it, If you were, imagine you worked at IGN and you reviewed that, right? You'd give it a
6,
low
5,
score.
7.
But if a casual gamer wasn't a casual gamer, but someone who wasn't a shooter player went and reviewed it, they might give it a higher score because they'd be like, well, I'm enjoying myself, I'm not getting obliterated, I'm playing okay. They might prefer it a bit better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what like a perfect example of that is like, so Sean Finnegan works at IGN and he is super talented video guy over at IGN. And I talked to him about Battlefront and it was like my words that you could go back and watch or listen to our podcast from July when I told you that this was going to happen and I told you I was going to feel like this and I told you exactly why. But I'm a man. I give the game a fair shot. You know, I'm not going to shit all over a game I haven't played.
No,
so
that
I
wouldn't be
bought
fair.
the game to prove a point that I was, in my eyes, and I know there's a lot of people who are enjoying that game. Good. In my eyes, I was right. It handles exactly the way I thought it would handle. It's fun for like one match, and then I'm like kind of done with it because there's no real reason to move forward, which I think actually a problem that I'm having because like I'm not like where's the loot, but that's a Destiny thing. That's more me.
This game's missing
But
loot.
like when I talked to Sean, he was like, you know, like he is a guy who comes from a Counter-Strike background, which is the most hardcore of
Purist.
shooters.
Yeah.
And like when you go from playing a hard and like Destiny is a hardcore shooter, no matter what people say, like there is a high level of skill that it takes to be good at Destiny. And for people who don't think that, try to go be good at Destiny. Anybody who's good at it knows that it's not very easy. Because there's a lot of variables. It's hard for different reasons than Counter-Strike is hard.
Because there's a lot. Counter-Strike is especially even now it is still very simple. It's like you've got the set of guns, just guns are guns. It is what it is. I mean, it's a bit more complicated than Source, but not really.
It's a combat knife, and then the Destiny is like a Swiss Army knife. It's got like 80 fucking things you have to worry about.
Yeah.
But like that combat knife, man, will fuck you up and you run faster with it. Not as fast as a scout.
That's the only thing you need to know about Counter-Strike is that you run quicker with the knife. You run faster with the knife out, but the thing that a few people people know that, but the thing that people don't know on that like unless you're quite good at Counter-Strike or someone's told you before is that you're quicker with the scout, which is a sniper rifle. It's like the worst sniper rifle.
Sure.
But for some reason you're even quicker with that, which is
doesn't make any sense. But yeah, sure.
But when he said that he had felt similarly about Battlefield, and I knew that he comes from a hardcore shooting background, I was like, oh fuck, it makes sense now. That's not my game. They weren't making that game for me.
So just to confirm what I just said, like on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One respectively, went 72, 74, 75 on Metacritic.
So happy that game came out and got 7s.
So it's pretty much exactly what
It's exactly what I thought it was gonna be because like there's just nothing to keep you there for a long period of
like
time.
Metacritic isn't the perfect barometer for quality, but at the same time, it's like
real quick too. I bought the deluxe edition for $10 more, and I am part of the problem. I shouldn't have done that. In hindsight, if I could go back, I wouldn't do it. Not just because I don't want to play the game, but I shouldn't have let DICE strong arm me into more money so that I could have the best weapon off the bat. I'm a big advocate of speak with your wallet. Like I really do live by that.
Everyone trips up sometimes.
But like that was like
on purpose.
I was a lapse of judgment. The guy was like, "Hey, for $10 more you get this," and I was like, "Yeah, fine." I didn't even think about it. And I was in my car and I was like, "Fuck!"
You fell for it.
Fuck me. They got me. So
everyone gets got every now and then.
I gotta be more careful about that. All right. So moving on. Have you guys seen any of the Fallout mods that are coming out? That are out?
So people are like coming out with a goddamn ton of them.
Here's the best one right now.
Wait, depends. Go
No.
on, you say yours.
Okay, I think I got another one.
Fat Man nuke launcher that every time he shoots it says John Cena and then plays his theme song.
Yeah.
Shit, that's pretty good, man.
So basically, that is the best one.
I thought I had a good one.
There's loads of clips, and basically, people just look at it, so they've got it, and they're standing there.
Tom's actually going to add it in right here.
Yeah. Shall I? Okay, I will do that.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. What's the time? I can do.
All right, what's the time, Fred? Tell us the time on the...
What about the audio people? Are they going to... They'll just hear John Cena?
They'll just hear the John Cena theme.
That's
it's going to happen now.
John Cena. John Cena. John Cena.
This here's fair warning. Probably it might not happen. Where are we at, Fred?
Just make
right now is 1850. It was about 1835.
Okay, so around then.
We'll try it. No promises. We can barely get anything to work.
If you haven't heard John Cena already, you know we fucked up.
Basically, it fires it and it just goes John Cena, and then it blows up. And it's so good. And basically, there's videos of people just going like firing like 10 of them. John Cena. It's perfect. That's
and
the
you
best
can play as John Cena. There's a mod that makes you look exactly like John Cena.
Yeah.
And this is why
God, I love America.
And this is why Xbox has an advantage that the mods, I think, are going there first. Like, you're going to be able to use mods on Xbox
I
One.
won't use mods until I'm done with the game.
Sure, but
once I'm done with Fallout, I'll give it a break. And then it'll probably be by the time PS4 gets them, it'll be probably the perfect time for me to revisit it for a bit. Because
sure.
It depends what type. Some people love mods and will just go really deep into mods.
Yeah.
And
Some people are more excited about the modding than they are about the game.
They probably won't play it until the mods come out because they'll be like, I want to just do the first run through of like pissing around with mods. Whereas I prefer to just go into them. I'll mess around for like half an hour and then just go back out again, and I'll just keep trying different ones out. That's what I tend to do with games. Like I used to do it with Warband, Mountain Blade Warband, which you might not have heard of.
Neither have I.
If you have, let me know, because it's a fucking amazing game.
It's funny that someone always is. There's always that one guy that's heard of everything. There's a guy who's sitting out there right now. He's listening to this podcast.
Losing his
he's
goddamn mind.
Holy shit! Holy shit! This guy knows my game.
And if you have heard about it, how fucking excited are you for Bannerlord? Right? I won't go into it because it's like...
Please
if
don't.
someone knows,
That was like
if someone knows, someone will know.
That was like the first time someone was like, "No, man, my favorite game is Metal Gear Solid," and you would have thought I had a goddamn stroke. I was like, "What? Really?" It was like because I had never heard it. Because growing up in my vacuum that I did, like Fred's favorite game is not
Metal Gear?
Metal Gear.
Sure.
And it's like, no one's perfect. And like growing up in school, like I was the only kid in my school that played Metal Gear like that. And then I met somebody else who loved Metal Gear, and I was like, such a big moment.
My Shadow of Rome.
Shadow of Rome.
You ever play it? PS2.
It's Square makes it, right?
Capcom.
PS2.
Nope.
I have played it.
Fucking amazing.
Is it
game.
turn-based?
Nope.
No, I haven't.
No, it's gladiatorial combat. You chop people's arms off, you hack them up.
So
and
there's
half stealth, half like original Metal Gear Solid stealth in it as well.
There's a couple of unbelievable gladiator / like Roman Spartan games on the PlayStation 2 that like need to be revisited. One of them is fuck is it called now? Now I can't remember. There's one where you like play as Achilles and you like run around, you throw the spears. It's like a big open world. You fight like Greek gods. It's not God of War obviously, but it's really cool. What are you smirking about?
I feel like I don't want to distract again, but like this fucking light looks like it's about to go down. It's wobbling back and forth.
That'd be fun.
It's fine.
Sure,
It's
I know.
fantasy
That's
fun.
I didn't want to even.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just smiling.
But there's that, and there's just a couple.
Shadow
of
Rome's
those.
the one. I'll show you some
Shadow.
clips of it. It's fucking amazing. It's really good.
That also reminds me of a game called Eternal Darkness. Anybody ever play Eternal Darkness?
Is that? Oh, that's the one where you.
That's
It's like a horror game,
ever.
and there's
it,
a bunch
like,
of like
it simulates you going insane, and
Yep.
you travel through different periods
Heard
of
about that.
time through a book. It's really and like the first place you go back in time is a gladiator. You go in and you're like a Roman soldier. That game is seriously like I would sacrifice like a small
Child?
Whoa.
I was gonna go like chocolate lava cake, but you can go straight to child, you fucking psychopath.
Jeez.
Because you're like, child.
Small chocolate lava cake for Eternal Dark.
Oh, dude,
that
that's
might actually be my number one game. And somebody else brought it up to me too. Actually, you know what? We're fucking going. We're splintering.
Okay.
What game would you like to see get remade?
Shadow of Rome.
No, not that one. Pick
No,
another one.
fucking Shadow of Rome.
No, okay.
Oh, hold it. Because
Second game.
It was so. If you speak to anyone that's played it, they're like, this is one of the best games on PS. Like, really good game on PS2. For some reason, it just didn't sell. Like, it sold like fucking nothing. And they were already in development for 2 before the first one launched. And then because it didn't go that well, they then turned that into Dead Rising.
Interesting.
Boom.
So wait, in
There you
this
go,
question,
there's
is
some Shadow of Rome
it
knowledge?
is it guaranteed to be good, or is it going to be like of equal quality?
It'll be at least of equal quality.
I don't think any quality
All right.
guaranteed.
Don't pick your favorite game of all time. Pick something obscure.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Shadow
I'm
of
trying now. I have to think because like if
I'm
it was,
gonna go Eternal Darkness by a mile, and then The Getaway. Have you ever played The Getaway?
it's just
I think my
I don't
friend
know.
had it, and I think I watched him play it, but I can't.
The most unrealistic thing about The Getaway: all the guns in England. Everybody in that game has a gun, and nobody in England has a gun, right?
Nobody.
It's
Well,
pretty-
somebody.
There's like 4 guys, and they all
Not
know
many.
each other.
sounds like I checked every
There's
single
They
person.
just don't give them bullets.
No.
They gave and it was like such a unique radar system because the way it would tell you where to go is your blinkers would activate when you had to turn.
Cool.
So your guy would signal, which is weird because I'd be like in a high speed chase and I'd be like click click.
Well, I
Telling
wouldn't want to
everyone
hurt
where you're
anyone.
That's funny.
I don't know. I'm really struggling with this because the temptation is to pick one of your favorite games of all time.
You go.
No, but like, well, I was thinking about a game that has been continued to be made and is now officially ruined for me. Paper Mario. Like, I would love to see them like go back to the roots with that and like try that
Is there a
or
pun
try
there?
and No, I don't think so.
Paper, roots,
No,
trees.
that's a real stretch. You're going far for that one. No, but like see them go back to the RPG roots and see if they can make like basically a Mario RPG that is good. You know, that's like not Paper Jam, whatever the fuck that is.
I think it's one of those things where like obviously the Super Mario RPG franchise turned into that. And like I just would like to see something with those characters. I don't know if they're in Paper Mario. Like there's no Geno in Paper Mario, right?
I don't think so.
That's so
no.
cool. But it's because Square owns all those characters and they're bastards.
Sure, yeah, but
Love you, Square.
but even
sorry
even
about
like,
Tomb Raider.
I don't know. Did you ever play Paper Mario? Either one of them? Either one of the ones that I talk about.
No.
You might like them.
I probably will like them.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I'm in a spot right now where that. I'm in such a weird place, man. I just discovered Lil Dicky. And, like, I should have had Lil Dicky on the radar a long time ago. I fucked up, man.
You
David?
did? So,
David, I'm speaking to you on this one. I'm sorry.
People
I
that
overlooked
watch
you.
people that watch your streams would know that whenever I used to jump in,
Are you
I
mad
would
I transitioned to Lil Dicky?
I'm just wondering when are we ever coming back
To what?
to any of the other topics?
Yeah, we are. God
That's
damn
fine.
it.
No. I'm not upset about it.
Let it flow.
Let me
I'm
host
not
the
upset
show.
about
Let
it.
it
You
flow
looked at
like
me.
Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
Because he's got good flow.
He
And-
flows like
So, yeah,
he's like day 4 of the period, and you just letting it go down there.
And sure. And
Front space.
he disgust. But so yeah, people that watch your streams
our
would know
best
that I used to spam you and ask you to play Lil Dicky because you'd ask for song requests. I'd be like Lil Dicky, Lil Dicky, Lil Dicky, and you would never listen to it.
Because I
And
thought
then
he was like Lonely Island.
You did, and then last night I played one Lil Dicky song and I went, just listen to this. This is a lyrically good song. It's not like just it's not a funny
No,
song.
it's not a funny
just
song.
it's a genuine song that we can relate to.
I never thought I
And-
would turn to Lil Dicky for comfort.
I know.
In a hard time.
I know, and you fucking have, and it's the best because Lil Dicky is good. And do you listen to him?
I think I did listen to
Good.
a few songs.
Dude, that song.
You know, it's actually a funny story about Little Dicky.
Antagonist.
I looked it up on Spotify. He's on Spotify, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
professional
Yeah,
rapper.
then it probably is him. Yeah, I think it might have been that album. And I looked at it, and I was like I was sitting with my girlfriend Kate, and I was like, I've heard about this guy, and she's like, that cannot be good. And I started playing it, and she was like, it's not that bad. I was like, it's not that bad.
Lyrically, he is just spot on. He's so clever.
Yeah, and he's clever. That's the thing. That's my most appreciated fact about. Like, if you can be a clever rapper, I'm like all in.
And that's why it's my favorite types. Like, he's probably one of my genuinely favorite artists because he's genuinely good and funny. And if something's good and funny, it's like I'm all over it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same reason that I've always thought, it's the reason I got into Childish Gambino back in the day.
Childish is my homie.
Because it's very similar. He's like clever, sometimes funny, and like always just like on point. Like he had
his lyrically is still.
Yeah.
What would you do if him and Lil Dicky
came?
little
made a
collab.
song?
I would come all over this table, like one load the size of this, and
Lil
one
Dicky
shot
Lil
out.
Dicky had a Skype call with Ed Sheeran last week.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran's the other homie. I love me some Ed Sheeran.
It might be a 3-way.
Oh,
I'm not-
God.
you
Don't-
just fucking
don't-
die.
Yeah, don't get me. Yeah,
Again, I'm not necessarily complaining about this, but this is a weird episode.
I
You
don't
seem
know
to be
what you want
complaining
from me.
about
Just,
it.
Yeah,
I know,
what do
you're
you want
just like
about
I know that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not complaining. This is a weird episode.
Because listen, I would come the size of a fucking table.
Yes.
I would be really excited, dude. I don't think you
No,
get
no,
that.
it's totally fine.
That's the only way that I could express to the audience
I don't think that's
how
the only
excited
way.
I would be.
I think that's an interesting way
Like
to go.
this size.
This
Hey,
amount.
man.
It's even coloured
It would,
correctly.
like, yeah. All right.
I get that level of excitement.
So, I mean, the real thing is, like, do you think that Fallout mods, when they change their dialogue, are going to make the game any better?
Is
So
there a
one
Lil
of
Dicky
my
mod?
favorite is there a Little Dicky mod?
You could probably make him in it.
Probably.
Someone should do that.
No.
might
All
do
right.
that.
So what I was wanting to say is that one of my favorite mods is the one where you can I've heard about, like, you can have any animal as a follower, so you can get a Deathclaw follower or like a gorilla just follow you around, fuck people up.
Thing is,
Thought that
the
was
dog
cool.
gets in a way enough. And the
Yeah,
dog's
fuck
quite
all
small.
companions.
So fucking imagine a Deathclaw standing
So,
in the
alright,
doorway.
you
You'd be
guys
like,
were
right,
like-
so
Thanks,
I'm
dumbass.
fucked.
Move over.
You guys were right about companions, by the way, because I was playing with companions. And let me finish before you got in. I was playing with companions, and I was like, okay, as a Fallout 3 player and a Fallout New Vegas player, I know that every single companion and every single like thing going on there has like I don't know, some kind of quest line attached to them, has some kind of like weapon or item that you can exclusively get, and like thus far I haven't really found that to be the case in Fallout 4. So not only are companions getting in the way constantly, and like I play more of a stealth build, so like it's literally the worst. And I was like, oh well, that's what I said to you guys. I was like, well, they kind of distract people. I shoot them in the face, but like now I'm just walking through buildings and I'm like, just like everyone's dead,
Yeah.
and like I have my silenced pistol, so it's like everyone's dead. And yeah, no, you were right.
No,
And like I don't
You
know, there's no
play
real
command.
benefits.
I just have the
There's
dog.
no benefits.
I just have the dog because it's an extra carrying. I now
Sure.
am loading the dog up. So
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Now I'm just fucking chucking.
Okay,
Because when you clear, so I'm now level 30, I think, and I'm like going to some bigger places where. So I'm doing a lot of the Minutemen tasks
Sure.
and all that.
I've been doing that too.
I've started doing a bit more of the story now. I've got some way through that now.
I'm 20 hours into the game. I've not done a single story mission.
I'm
But I
like
don't
I'm
blame
pretty
you. I
deep
did
in.
it
I
for a
think I'm
long
getting
time.
close to
The end.
I think.
So I've done. I guess I'm probably 30%, 40% of the way through the main story. I think.
It comes up quicker than I thought. I'll say that.
So I think how many hours am I on now? I was on 20. I'm on 1 day plus maybe 11 hours. So what's that? 35 hours in maybe now.
Sure. Yeah.
But I pissed around with my house. My base is now the fucking tits.
Your base is
I
dope.
think we need to do a cribs. Someone's request. Because in yesterday's Let's Play, I said should we, and someone said yes. So we need to do that at some point, or 2 days ago if you're watching this the day this comes out. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, like, so yeah. I mean, as far as I know, you get like an extra perk once you get a companion to like where they idolize you, where you do enough stuff. Like you get an extra. Some of them are good. Some of the perks are fine. There's one character that gives you added like sneak benefits.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How do you make it idolize you?
You have to like. So
have to keep
were
giving
you
it
ever hanging
commands?
around with? No. Were you ever hanging around with any human companion?
No, just the dog.
Okay. Well, like if you like Preston Garvey, he like he's all about the Minutemen, and he loves it when you help people.
Yeah, I know.
So if you help people in front of him, he'll like, oh, Preston liked that.
Oh, okay.
It's basically the Clementine will remember
Does
that.
the dog like or hate anything?
I think the
Doesn't
dog's
seem
just-
to
No,
your
be.
he
dog's just-
automatically idolizes
Your
you.
dog's just a homie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people wonder who I'm texting. I'm working out plans for PSX right now. Sorry.
But yeah, no. So anyway, I don't see any real benefits there. So as far as I'm concerned, companions are just in the way all the time. Now, the mod that you were talking about is someone. It's pretty notable actually. Someone reworked the entire dialogue system so that it's no longer like okay, sarcastic okay, or no, or like more information. It's like it tells you exactly what you're gonna say, which is, I think it's weird. Because it makes your character less of a character in and of him or herself. It like really does bring it back to Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas where you knew exactly what you were going to say. And I'm not sure. I think it depends. Like if that's the way you want to play, that's cool. It depends on how attached you are to the person that you're playing being a character of his or her own.
I think it pretty depends on how you're playing it. Some people obviously play it where you create yourself and you're playing how you would do if that was you in that wasteland, how you would represent yourself. So I suppose in that scenario you would like to know the exact thing you're saying.
Yeah.
But some people prefer to, become somebody else and go in and just be a dickhead and just fuck everyone up when they're actually a nice person.
Yeah, so like
in real
being
life.
sarcastic or saying no to
They're
everyone. It's like,
secretly an asshole.
Maybe, or it's how they stop being an asshole in real life and how they
That's
do it
their outlet,
because their
yeah.
outlet is Fallout. So thank you, Fallout, for saving us
Sure.
from assholes.
so I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting. Would you use it?
No.
No.
Couldn't be bothered to get
I
it going.
wouldn't be good.
I wouldn't be bothered to get it going. I think it might have more. It might introduce more bugs. I wouldn't bother. Like I don't care enough.
If it was perfect, I might consider it for for like one playthrough, just because like I do. It's only happened a few times, but like there have been times when I've been like, oh man, that's not how I thought that was gonna come out.
I just pretty much hit X
So
on
it's,
everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
It depends what you're doing. So like
That
when
just
you're
makes
doing
you, like,
all
a good
those-
person,
Yeah, when
I
you're
guess,
doing
yeah.
all those Minutemen tasks,
Yeah.
like eventually when I'm doing those, when I'm just sitting there doing Minutemen tasks, I've just started putting just normal music on over the top, like having
And just not even bothering?
and not even listening because I've started to get repeat dialogue because
Yeah.
I've done so many. They seem to be endless. So like I've done so many of just like, oh, there's some ghouls here, and the dude's like, oh, can you go help us? And then I go, yeah, the Minuteman will sort it out, and I go off and it's like just repeat. I've got subtitles then anyway, so I know what's going on. But like it's
Fallout
just
is
repeat
really
dialogue.
fun though.
It is
It's like-
really good. It's a good time.
That's one of
so
like
good.
that's one of the things I was like as I was playing Battlefront I was like it's like one of those things where it's not enough to pull me out of that universe. And it's like people are like, oh, it's a great palate cleanser, and I'm like, I don't really want my palate cleansed. And like I have like there's like a couple of really phenomenal video games that are out that I need to play, and like I'm not gonna waste my time on a 7.
I will have
because
you
I have Metal Gear in fucking on deck circle that I still have to play after Fallout, and I'm 20-something hours into Fallout without doing a single quest, and I'm having a great time. I did admittedly hit a point where I was like,
you did, yeah.
I don't really want to play this anymore. But that was like I think right in the middle of a 10.5-hour session. So
That
I was
does-
like, I think
You were.
that,
You've been
like,
sitting. We've both been sitting there for like 5 hours, and you was like, I think I might be done. And then you just had a break, and you're like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah, I
I'm
came
good.
back and I was like,
So-
I upgraded a new pistol and I wanted to try it, and then it was fine.
Yeah.
I experienced that when I had been doing quests for like forever, and I was over encumbered, and I was gonna have to go back to the base and like sort out my inventory, and I was just like, I just really don't want to do that right now.
Yeah,
so I just like stopped the game.
I had one brief moment where I kept doing the Minutemen missions, and that's when I started then doing the main story, because like I was doing so many. I was like, I had the click where I went, I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. Fuck, I've been tricked. And then I went, okay, I'll do the story. I'll do something different.
I do have to bump the difficulty up though.
I did that, yeah.
It's the game is
getting
way
ridiculous.
too
So
easy.
did you?
You don't have to eat. No, you don't. That's only on Survivor
So that's
mode.
if you go all the way up to
Someone
Survivor.
told me it was on hard. So
No, my friend played the game from the beginning on very hard, and he said it was impossible. So now I'm like, I take that as a challenge. So like, I have to play the game because like right now I'm at the point where, like, if you're in the, I guess it's much harder when you get to the very bottom of the map because like I'm in the middle of the map. I'm in the middle of the map right now to the top of the map, and I kill almost everything in one shot with my handgun.
It's like not
because I have a maxed out 10mm pistol, like suppressor, best because I'm a gun nut level 3, like fully extended mag, best everything, and I'm just like, oh, a super mutant, bang.
Yeah.
There's
this is what I've started doing is so because I'm not in the mood for a stressful. I don't want it to be too hard where it's like impossible. I don't want to get stressed out with the game where I have to keep doing the same thing over and over again, like getting dying. I'm not in the mood for that. With everything else is too stressful. So like, I don't want to do that yet. So what I'm doing is I'm using my worst weapons, and then if in a pinch I'm struggling, I get my beast shotgun out and like I'll just quickly kill someone. I'll be like, there we go, I'm back. And like if I start to really struggle, I'll be like, I'll just get the shotgun out quickly. If I can't get through past, I die like 2 or 3 times in the same. But I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get the shotgun out.
Yeah, there's this one part that I just had like, I turned the corner and there's just like 30 ghouls.
Yeah.
And I just took out my 10mm pistol and I was like, let's do this. And I didn't even get hit. I just backed and was like, pew, and it was just a one-shot kill everything. Into the chest, one-shot kill everything. And I was like, well, this game is officially too easy.
Like, if you can believe it, and I found it relatively early on, there's like an even better pistol out there that comes with all those same things.
Which one?
The Deliverer. It's part of a quest line. I don't want to like give too much about it. Yeah.
I've got Kellogg's.
Is that a 10mm though? Is it or is it 44?
It's 10mm. Yeah. So the ammo is fucking everywhere. Yeah, the perk on it is basically like you don't use any action points in VATS. Like so if you go into VATS, it's not exactly what it is, but I went into VATS like facing someone, and I hit it. This is not a joke. Like 15 times maybe, and it didn't use. It used 3/4 of my bar. That's crazy. And I was just like, this guy was dead like 20 shots ago. This is just cake, you know?
Doink.
Yeah, but like so I've gotten the gun, it's like gun fu or something perk at this point, whereas like if you do 25% more damage every time you select a different target in VATS. So I'll walk into a room with like 5 people and I'm like, no, I might, might as well. I'll go in, I'll put 5 shots on the first guy, 5 shots on the second guy, 5 shots on the third guy, and they're just everyone taking more damage than the last.
I just chucked one. I don't know why I did it. I chucked one perk point thing into the one where it randomly explodes people.
That's very nice.
Gore
Bloody
one. I was
mess.
like, I was like, I'm gonna put one in there. I was like, I can't be able to pick one up to put it in there.
Yeah.
Like that'll do.
So like I mean this is going way deeper than I wanted it to, but I think I've come down definitively on the side of like this is not my game of the year.
Oh really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is the game I've played the most this year. It is the game I might be having the most fun with so far, but I don't. I mean, I'm real deep in, and there's like 1 or 2 really high points in terms of like, I'm like, wow, that was amazing, but like, it's just not. It's awesome, and like I think you need to play this game. I think if you play games this year, like you have to play this game. But like it's
now it's still Bloodborne for me.
Yeah.
It's just not. I think it's too. Fallout was the one I would dethrone it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I went into. I was like, okay, nothing else this year has done it for me. Metal Gear was close until I started to get really tired of the gameplay loop. There, I got bored.
Yeah, I feel like the drop for Metal Gear is like this is like the chart for Metal Gear. This is how the game goes, and this is how everybody's told me it goes. Like I'm gonna show the camera. Don't worry. It's like up, 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 up. This is okay. This is okay. I fucking hate this game, and it goes like this is pretty much the chart that everybody's told me for Metal Gear. Yeah. It's like pretty good. Oh, this is alright. This is still fun. Oh my god, get it out of my system. Kill it with fire.
So yeah, I basically, like it was. I thought it might be Metal Gear. It wasn't. I thought it was gonna be. If there was anyone that was gonna dethrone Bloodborne, it was gonna be this. Game. And it's just like it's this game is incredible. I would rate it very highly, but like it didn't do as much to just blow my hair back as Bloodborne did.
I think if you were going to recommend a game to anyone, this has got so much play value in it.
Absolutely.
Like, this has got fucking hours. And the thing, so what I found is like at one point like in a long session again, where you start getting a bit not bored of it, but you start getting conscious of how much time you're spending. Like, should I continue? Like, I then switched it up, and so I found like a really good sniper rifle with a suppressor, and I've got a 10mm suppressor as well.
Sure.
Like, so I then just thought, I'm gonna do this mission stealth. And then it added a whole new element where I was sneaking around, and like, so there's like, it is almost endless. Like, you could play this forever.
Let me just tell you about this one gun. Do you know what a Gauss rifle is? So it uses a 2mm round, and it like electrically powers it. It's like some of the most expensive ammo in the game.
Okay.
And it's like basically a handheld railgun in a way.
Yeah.
And you can attach a silencer to the front of it. So like it's like you're spending like 50 caps a shot at least. But like if you ever ran into anything that could ever stand up to you in any way, not anymore.
Wow.
It's just
Here's another quick tip that I'm gonna give you. I laid this out on Twitter the other day, but people like the couple people that read that tweet, because it was to somebody, so not everybody could see it. Thought this was like insanely helpful. So I have really amazing legendary gear because when I see a legendary soldier, I make a new save file. Kill the legendary soldier, and if he doesn't give me something good, I reload my save and kill him again. He gives you different gear. So that's how I got my full stealth boy that just turns me invisible whenever I get in trouble. Like, if I'm in trouble, I just like crouch down, I'm gone, and I'm fine.
Yeah,
and
the chest piece like that.
I had to do that. Like, I had to kill those legendary. The best place to farm it it really is like going to. I don't know if it's Lexington or Concord.
It was
It probably would.
I think it was
It's the
Lexington.
supermarket.
I remember the tweet. I
Haven't been there.
remember seeing, because you got it wrong.
It's either one of
he
those.
got it right,
yeah.
and then I can't remember which one
There's
it was.
3 legendary ghouls in there that you could just save when you come in and just farm those motherfuckers till the fucking cows come home. And that's what I did.
Yeah, I don't care enough to do that. So
I know, but
do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just
for
happy
beginning
with my
players,
gear. Like my armor, I haven't changed up. I've got like, I think everything's legendary, but it's a bit of a mismatch. So like, there's like leather on one, there's like metal on the other.
He wears a whole
combat
condom
armor.
on one leg.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were going to talk about like Fallout this whole time, but I'll just keep doing it if you guys want.
No, but I mean, it's just like, that's it.
Yeah.
We have to move on. Fallout.
We do, yeah.
But yeah, I just want to, because like people are like, oh man, I'm not having as much luck as you with legendary soldiers, and I feel like they kind of
your own
spawn in the same spot.
I
But
get
that's
off.
an area that you go to very early in the game. Like that's the second mission that you can go to in the game, and then you can farm those 3 legendaries forever until like you get 2. I waited until I got 2 good drops. I got a good weapon drop and a good armor drop, and I was like, I'm done. And it made the next 15 hours of the game a breeze.
Sure.
So that's just Fallout tips for people who haven't picked the game up yet. We're gonna skip talk about Halo 5 sales because Fred, what are we at right now?
Halo 5 sold some.
42 minutes.
Yeah.
Sold pretty well.
Yeah.
Halo 5 sold well.
Maybe not as well as Halo
everybody
3.
thought.
Yeah.
Same with Call of Duty though. Fallout sold fucking amazing.
12 million.
12 million copies. Great job.
750 million in either revenue or gross.
That's what happens when you.
Either way.
And this is another example of what happens when you release your game correctly. You release it on a window that people can like get behind.
Yep.
And
people aren't tired of hearing about it.
Yeah.
That game was announced 6 months ago, and it's out now, and it's awesome.
And it's not a game that comes every year. It's an event.
Yeah.
If more publishers made their games events, you would sell more copies. I think if Assassin's Creed only came out once every 3 years, I'd buy it.
Sure, and I feel like honestly, some of this is like a. Everyone was going to support Fallout anyway, but I was really happy with them like announcing a date and just being able to stick to it because they knew what they were doing. The game was probably already done.
It was done.
Yeah,
it was done.
And like that's
how you do
perfect
it.
to me. Yeah, I mean like there's another game out there that just got delayed.
Yeah,
It's
Delay SX.
Accidental.
I came up with that. And
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
It's written on your paper that I wrote.
Yeah, I know, because I said write that down.
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
So Jack accidentally said Delay SX.
No, he
instead.
didn't.
And
Sean
I thought that
said
was
it.
amazing.
Delay SX has been delayed. We're just running through the news to get to the. Are you all right, Mr. Fan? Am I gonna have to turn the fans off? Take my shirt off? It's about to get weird in here. I want
Anyway.
to keep repping Grimecraft.
No,
Go
We've
support
got good
Grimecraft.
t-shirts.
yeah,
on
Deus
there.
Ex
We'll
got
do that
delayed, which is disappointing to me because I was a huge fan of the last game, and I hope this one's even better. And like, frankly, I'm just getting tired of hearing about games that aren't going to be out yet.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard to get excited for a game. Are you trying to?
When there's like
I
a
can
reach
it from here.
50-50 shot, it's not going to make it.
87-inch long arms.
I'm saying I could have done it, but don't worry about it. But yeah, I agree. Like, I struggle to get. I'm a person that I don't get excited for something until like the week before. Even
Sure.
Fallout that I knew was going to come out on time and was going to be good. I'm scared of being disappointed all the time, so I'm like, I won't get excited until it's there.
Real quick,
Go on.
can you believe he threw my water bottle?
Yeah.
This is what it's like podcasting with you, Jack.
No, because like
No, this is what it's like podcasting with you.
You're waving a sword around.
That's the equivalent to you guys drinking your water bottles constantly. I haven't taken one sip of my water bottle.
Oh my
So I was watching Rick and Morty, and again, because I've rewatched the series 3 times, my favorite line in that show, there's a couple of lines that I really love, like school's not a place for smart people, like when Rick tells Morty that. But there's a great line where he's like, Summer, you party to get more popular? She's like, yeah, what do you party for? He's like, to get riggedy wrecked, son. Oh my god, that is so good.
And everyone should watch Mike Tyson's cartoon. They're 10-minute episodes.
Oh, is it
and
good?
like,
I'll check
it's just fun. It's not, because you can watch them all, the first series in like an hour and a half, it's worth it for the few moments that are hilarious. Because
Alright.
it's like, I just caned them all in one sitting and just went, yeah, it was worth the hour and a half.
Yeah, hopefully
2
that
hours
won't be a
it was.
disappointment for me. But you know what was a disappointment for a lot of people? The sales of Tomb Raider, which looks like they fucking tanked. UK sales have come in super soft, 63,000 units sold.
Yeah.
In the UK.
In the UK,
yeah.
America,
I wanna emphasize that.
we have
Yeah.
no way to know what America is.
We'll see it on
even
next
if
MVD,
they
though,
triple it, I mean it's still
Yeah.
not good.
I mean, bear in mind that there were 10,000 of the Pip-Boy editions of Fallout that sold within 3 days.
Yeah.
Like, and that was 6 months ago, and like, they couldn't have done anything worse with this.
No, it was they were put
nothing
in an
could have been
impossible
worse
situation.
unless the game was complete shit. Like there was nothing.
Yeah, that's
that
the only
could-
good thing.
the only
That's
good thing is
actually
that the
kind
games.
of a bittersweet thing.
I enjoyed the last Tomb Raider. Admittedly, I didn't buy it because I was like, I don't know if this will be any good. So the relaunch of it.
Yeah.
And I played it, and it was actually enjoyable. It was like maybe I played it at the right time as well, but it was like the right length. The gameplay was good. I liked the mix of combat, and then you'd go into the little puzzle. They were optional little puzzle bits, which I enjoyed. And I'm disappointed that I can't play this for a year because I'm not going to buy an Xbox.
No.
Like,
I wouldn't recommend it. Not for this game alone, certainly.
exactly.
I mean,
I'm not probably won't buy one anyway.
Yeah.
But
no, and like that's the real tragedy of it all. I've heard that this is really good.
I've heard this is people's game of the year.
Yeah, and like, but who, and I shouldn't say who's going to play because people are playing.
People have played it. 63,000 people in UK have played it.
Sure. Assuming they didn't go like, oh wait,
One of
Fallout's
those
out today.
oh, fuck.
I didn't realize Fallout was out today. Take it back.
We hope people will buy both. I mean, come on.
No.
That's not a real
and
answer.
like, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with like, yes, they were put in a tough spot, but like, delay it out.
I mean, statistically, it says that that's bad when you do that for a game.
Push
But-
it forward. Like you,
mean,
because
that's
you know
an
what's worse for a game, releasing on the same day as Fallout 4.
Yeah, I know it's true, and it's like I would have launched the Friday beforehand or something. Like I would have made it weird. I would have
Do
gotten
anything.
weird.
But
Yeah.
the struggle is that then if
Try
they
to miss that
if they,
fucking train.
if they had have made a change and it still flopped, that would look worse.
I mean,
they've
it
got a
would
very
look
good
like-
game.
it would
They've
look
got
like they
the
tried.
thing is that people come, they'll go, well, why it failed, and I'm just go, Fallout. Like it's a good cop out almost.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's fucked the sales and fucked it up, but it is kind of a good cop out.
I'm sure
and
that-
maybe it will revitalize next year, but by then it's going
Probably
to be
not.
a year old and.
That never happened.
You know
People
what I
are
think-
going to struggle with the concept to pay full price on PS4 for a game that came out a year ago.
Yeah, but it'll be the game of the year edition.
It will, but do you know what I mean? Like people
Yeah.
are going to struggle with. People are going to look at that and go, "I'm paying full price."
The real
to
thing
be
is
old."
like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to have a resurgence. If your game doesn't get out ahead in front and sell in the first week, and it's not in everybody's head, and people aren't talking about it, like, you're fucked. It's
Like
sad,
the
but it's
hype
true.
train has arrived in the station, and it's like fucking Thomas the Tank Engine next to like a I don't know fucking
Where
what's a
are we
what's
going?
a big
No,
what's a big train? I don't know.
What it's like is two buses, one after the other. The first one picks up everyone at the bus station. The second one turns up and it's like, fuck, everyone's gone.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the first bus. And
So
that's
they showed
exactly
up in a
what's
goddamn
happened.
like clown car,
Yeah.
hoping to squeeze everyone in. And, like it just wasn't gonna happen. Like they were woefully outmatched from the beginning.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, like I used the metaphor of the hype train because like that it doesn't get going again. It doesn't get going a year later.
No.
Like you're not gonna be able to. It's like no
No,
one's
that's the
gonna
thing,
care as
yeah.
much a year later as they could have then. And like
It's going to get spoiled for a lot of people.
I don't know how much Square cares because they
They
have
made their money.
they have the money. Yeah, they got the money from Microsoft.
Microsoft, yeah, 100%.
And
they're not hurting.
like but I don't know. It's hard to imagine a worse situation for the developers of the game.
Yeah, it really does. So the funny thing is like, there's like a lot of weird comments going out like recently where like, did you see what the Street Fighter guy said to the people, the Xbox One fans that are complaining that Street Fighter 5 won't be on Xbox One?
No, I didn't see.
If you start now, you have plenty of time to save up to buy a PS4. Like people don't give a fuck.
Ooh,
and like
yeah.
one of the I think somebody from PlayStation or somebody from somewhere, I don't want to say it was there from PlayStation, was like, well, I'm sure the game will be great when it's out on PlayStation. It'll be a much better time when it's out on PlayStation. Like, yeah, probably, but it does suck. I feel bad for the guys over at Crystal Dynamics. They did a phenomenal job with this franchise. My deep fear is that this will hurt Tomb Raider, like the name. For a while.
I mean,
because the second game
they
from the
brought
relaunch.
it back, and they did it so well. They did everything right, and then you just get put in this situation that's basically fucking impossible.
So there's two things about this that I want to bring up. Do you remember when they revealed that it was going to be like a Microsoft exclusive free?
Yeah.
They didn't, they kind of mumbled it. They mumbled it last part. Exactly, they mumbled it.
Microsoft exclusive.
And we all went like, well, what the fuck? Well, I don't know what the hell is going on there, but it's a big deal because that was a big selling franchise, and like, but not as big as they hoped, even though they achieved pretty good numbers.
6 million.
Yeah, something like that. But we thought that was a big deal because it was popular, right?
People thought it was going to sell the console.
And it would have, it certainly didn't. And it would have been a much bigger deal had it not run up against such stiff competition. And like, it's like almost poetic. Like, I think when this came out, I was like, I would rather them just actually have the whole franchise than this exclusive bullshit where they have it for a year.
That's what they used.
That's what I said.
Timed exclusive.
I would rather Microsoft just acquire the entire franchise because like I don't like them trying to play these games. You know what I mean?
It doesn't
and like
work.
this is from my perspective, and it's probably stupid, but like it's some kind of poetic justice that it didn't work out because I hate this bullshit and it
sucks.
didn't work for them.
It's weird too because like I was looking at it and like I'm fascinated. As I've said like many times, this is and I've been saying it for a really long time. This is the time Microsoft has to make a stand here. If they do ever want to catch Sony, this is the time to do it. They have the better games. They have and it really does look like it doesn't matter. Like Microsoft did outsell PlayStation in last month, but it reports that console sales were incredibly soft.
Yeah,
and
I can't imagine Sony was much farther behind.
Yeah, and like no doubt you dropped Halo. You should bury Sony when you drop Halo and it goes up against nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
no.
trying to think of the game that came out in October.
Nathan Drake collection.
Nathan Drake collection.
That was it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
So that's a problem. They should have doubled their sales, but they didn't. And,
they didn't, and I think they only sold like 300,000 that month.
Yeah,
which is like pretty soft, especially for a month when Halo does come out. And they're not, and like based on this, they're not gonna win October. Because
you mean
November, whatever.
No, they're not because Call of Duty sold bananas, and I'm sure more people bought that on Xbox. And like, it looks like every step of the way, every move that PlayStation making is working. Battlefront's selling huge, and you would imagine with this PlayStation and the commercials that say it, but like they did that with Fallout and it didn't work. Like Microsoft did that with Fallout and it sold better on PS4. Granted, there's a fuckload more PS4s in circulation, but it still sold better.
I'm just imagining some Sony boardroom where they hear the Tomb Raider news and they're like, "Oh man, that really sucks." And then like 2 days later, they're like, "Yo, did you see the Fallout's coming out that same month?" Oh no!
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Didn't even have to do it.
It really, and it's like, they it was weird because like Microsoft, this is we're gonna learn a lot about the industry this holiday season, and we are, and we're learning that like you should have more consoles out. Whatever consoles has more circulation wins, because that's what it is. Because people should have bought Fallout on Xbox. It has the mods first. It has every commercial that you see. Enter the Wasteland, Welcome Home. All that shit is is Xbox One, and it didn't work.
No,
because there's. I'm not going to say double, but there's a significantly more PS4s out there than Xbox.
And people listen to the consensus as well. They'll listen to the majority where they're like, "Oh, everyone's got a PS4. I'll get a PS4." My friend did that. He was like, "Well, everyone I know has got PS4s. So I just got one as well. Like, they must be best." And like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm still recommending Xbox Ones to people who like Microsoft franchises more. Like if you like Halo and you like Gears of War, you're not gonna get anything quite the same on a Sony platform. But like that's just not enough. Apparently,
if you can live without them, then why bother going Xbox?
Yeah, it's for the people that, and like I tell people all the time, like Gears is my favorite, one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not gonna buy an Xbox just for Gears.
No,
I did do that, and it was dumb, and I regret it. And if I could go back, I don't use my Xbox ever. Yeah. And it's not to say that there isn't great games on that console, because there are, and that console is a phenomenal machine. But right now, I can get everything that I want realistically on my PS4. Gears isn't out yet. Halo didn't grab me. And like I'm interested to see some of their new IPs that are coming out. Like I'm gonna play Gears 4 because I own an Xbox, but like I didn't even try Halo, man. I watched some footage of Halo and I was like, it's more Halo. They're running into that thing where they're like, you're on your 4s and your 5s now, guys.
Yeah,
You gotta start pumping out new IPs. You don't rename one of your studios Coalition.
Yeah.
Cause like, well, you're gonna make Gears 4, 5, and 6. Like that doesn't work. Like statistically, franchises do not do as well when they go past 3, except for very like Final Fantasy and
even then,
but then Call of Duty, they don't use numbers anymore.
No, not anymore.
Even then,
But they
people
did
have
for a
started to
long time.
take Final Fantasy, I think, less seriously because of that.
We'll
Like,
see how the sales are.
Yeah.
Because like, I say that 10, 55 minutes. All right. I say that, and I'm sure that Final Fantasy 15 is going to like blow the goddamn doors off the building when it actually does in like $20.99 when a game comes out.
Yeah.
And we're all in flying cars, and you take a needle to the throat, and you're actually in Final Fantasy.
Yep.
This is part of the problem you discussed earlier. It was like people announcing games way too early, and it's
If you want to look at the perfect example of this, it is Final Fantasy. I mean, there.
The perfect
No.
example of failure. Is that what you mean?
The perfect example.
Last Guardian.
Thank you. Damn it.
yeah.
Let me
It's
finish.
obvious.
And the perfect example of doing it right is Fallout.
Yeah.
Like,
The polar opposite. The game's done. Let's announce it.
indeed.
It's a great way to make sure your game goes out there. Hey, we're gonna hit the release date. When is it? 6. Well, we finished the game in May.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we should probably tell somebody that this game's done.
Yeah. We're ready
Nobody
to go whenever.
knows. Someone asked
That
us.
E3 thing's coming up. We'll wait till then.
We'll wait till then. Someone asked us to talk about Badlands. I think it is.
It
Yeah,
was.
Into the
We haven't seen it.
Badlands.
Sorry.
I did see a preview though. Do you know what the premise of it is?
It's fighting, right?
Some
It's a
dude
world.
with
So it's a world where guns never existed.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool, right? So everyone, if you want to fight,
Fred's giving you the fist.
It sounds
or they're outlawed, whatever. Fuck, they don't have guns.
Are they
like
outlawed?
guns were destroyed.
All guns were like
destroyed.
taken
Thank
away.
you,
England.
Thank you, Fred.
So if you want to go to
like
war,
England.
you have to like be a martial artist or like some kind of
Artist.
Martial artist. Yeah,
Would it be that?
yeah,
okay.
that's what it is. Martial, we're
Would it be an
artists.
artist? Okay.
we're artists.
I'm a fucking permaban. Are you kidding me?
I just artists.
No,
is kinda-
yeah, you
no.
do not-
They're referred
no.
to as martial artists.
Don't do that. Don't be a dick about that.
Whatever. No, it's just funny. So yeah, you either have to be some kind of like skilled in hand-to-hand combat or like swords, staffs, things like that. And like it's about this guy who's I think he's referred to like as a clipper. And so he's like there are all these the ruling class is like these
You're
barons.
referred to as a spitter. When you said clipper, it was like.
All right, whatever. Anyway, so he's like referred to as a clipper, which I guess is like the right hand man of like a baron, who's like the ruling class. They control like these sectors. So if like one baron wants to like fuck over another group of people, they send out like their clipper to go like murder that dude's entire force. You know.
Jesus.
So yeah, this is about this guy's like the best clipper or something, and he's got these tattoos all over his back.
People like it,
It's
but
crazy.
then
It's
it
cool.
got panned critically. So
Where is it? Where can you watch
on
it?
AMC. It lost half the audience. So half of the Walking Dead audience continued to watch Into the Badlands. So it comes on right after Walking Dead. They like 50% of the people walked away. The other 50% stayed, and like I guess thought it was pretty good. I don't know. I'm very curious about it. I wanted to watch the first. I think the first episode or two is out, and I was like, I'm not willing to purchase this because I know it's not a franchise I know that I love. So
I don't even know if it's available. I didn't see any.
like you
adverts
can
or
get it on like
commercials
Amazon or
around
something,
for
but
it,
yeah.
so.
yeah, I'll take a look at it. Honestly, I might. I don't know. I have to watch Arrow and stuff this week. I haven't caught up yet.
It seems like one of the first times that they've tried to make like one of those Japanese like martial arts movies into an entire show.
That's good.
It seems pretty cool.
It's interesting at least.
There's like
Not-
there's like
nothing
one of the
else.
best fight choreographers of all time. is
I
on
want to talk
there.
about TV series quickly.
We're
I
supposed
watched
to
an
be-
episode of Limitless
Oh, have
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Oh, you're with my mom.
with your parents. So it was a
Yeah.
random. It was like episode 6 or
Interesting.
something. So I went downstairs and I watched that.
Do you like it?
it's Interesting. Not what I thought it would be. Bradley Cooper's barely in it, but it does continue from the film. And
That's
I'm just
cool.
saying, I think I will go and watch it.
I think
it
I would
seems
too.
interesting.
Is this so? Is this the main
It's-
character? Is he's like
So
Bradley Cooper's bro?
Cooper is
or?
not. No, he's so. The concept. I don't know. Thing is,
Limitless
I might
is
be
such a good
ruining the
movie.
story. Because I watched that
Oh,
episode
yeah. No,
6.
I don't-
So
I don't
wanna
wanna say-
ruin
I
it.
don't wanna hear
But
anything.
So basically, Bradley Cooper's still the set. Can you remember what happened in the film? He became
Yeah.
the senator, and then
Sure.
he was like elected, and he was in charge of the city. This is from the film, and is that not true?
Something like that.
You
Whatever.
look like you're disagreeing. Does that
You
happen?
just ruined the film for me.
Oh, sorry.
Watch it.
Not really, because that's not.
They
That
make
doesn't really. That's not the key part of the film.
they
Anyway,
make
so he makes this. Shut your ears. He makes this drug, and then he gives it to this dude who then goes and joins the FBI.
So why does he give it to this dude?
You're following this dude
Alright,
in the
whatever.
FBI. I don't
So
know
he's
why.
like
I
solving
missed that.
crimes.
Yeah, he's
What is the? I was
yeah.
wondering more what the primary conflict is. He's going out there and he's chasing criminals.
He's like a
This is grosser than
he's
I
like a
thought it was.
failure of like he's like why can't I think of the right word?
Disgraced.
He's like no, so like he just failed school and dropped out and stuff. So
Okay.
he's a bit of a failure. That's the word I was looking for. Why couldn't I think of failure? So he was that.
Okay.
I don't know why I can think of.
How
So then
long are you guys gonna talk about Limitless? Jesus.
I don't even know what Tom was doing.
Sorry. He was this is the worst description. It's because I've watched like, episode 6, and that's it. He was like a failure, and then he has
We had an
somehow
hour.
got hold of this drug. There you
Okay.
go.
Hour one
Done. And he's now working at the FBI. There you
Okay.
Oh. All right.
That's
Wash your hands
Real
before
gross.
you eat. It's alright.
go. Wash your ears.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Nerds of the Round Table, a weekly talk show where me and my best friends discuss ongoing affairs of nerd culture. If you like that, please go to nerdsonline.com. You guys can drink the water how you fucking want.
That's all in the beard.
What?
If that fucking came at me,
Oh, that would have been a very impressive shot. He would have been like Squirtle if that came at you.
all right. Anyway,
Jack would have grown a fucking shell.
Imagine if he turned around and just perfectly go like.
I wanted to like turn and like it's like a fire hose just hits Fred in the face.
if you're not watching the video,
Peels his
I'm
flesh
sorry.
off.
You might want to go check out the last couple minutes of the video.
By now, the video and audio are totally not in sync anymore. So I'm going to do a lot of this because it'll fuck everything up.
You just spat on my face.
I'm sorry, I was doing my Jack Rooney
Guys,
impression.
what is happening?
We're going
End it,
off the
quickly, end
rails.
it.
Finish
All
the
right.
outro. Get us out of here. Chewy, get us out of
Get
here.
riggedy wrecked. Please go to nerdsonline.com. Go to our YouTube page. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I'm at Sean Twisters. Follow Jack on Twitter at Fred Sully. Follow.
That's not even Fred's.
I'm Tom Hawkins. I'm at Tom Hawkins 5.
He's at Jack is Gaming. Fred is the man behind the camera who makes everything run here on nerdsonline.com. He is Fred_Sully. You did a good job today.
You
so
really did.
I'm not gonna.
I'm very proud of
I'm
you.
not gonna fuck with you. Underscore.
I appreciate that.
It's no problem.
Is he going on the website now?
Sean's
yeah,
gonna
we're gonna. If you guys want to see Fred's picture on the website under the. Wait, did you set the way up?
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, okay. Then you're on the website.
Oh, he was about to get axed.
No.
He was- what if he said no?
Yeah. So and I'm obviously incredibly late to this, but I didn't realize how serious the condition of Total Biscuit was. So from everybody over here at Nerds,
Best wishes.
we
Yeah.
best see the best wishes. I've been living under a rock. I knew it was bad, but I didn't know how bad it was.
I don't know why I know that, but
So I don't follow his work as closely as I do the gentlemen in other parts of the industry. Like, Greg, obviously, I'm very close with. But everybody, like I said, I know we're really late on that, but best wishes. It's horrible. We hope you feel better. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, GG. If you guys like that video, make sure you click here to watch more videos, and down here to visit.
Sean, it's on the other side.
Oh,
On the other side.
can we put it over?
Nope, I'm editing it. Other side.
God damn it, Tom.